the cheapest ways to travel the world. Today we are going to be looking at some vocabulary from the article, The Cheapest Ways to Travel the World. The first word is option. The definition of option is something that has been or can be chosen. Our first example says you can choose from 10 different color options. And we can see this in the photo. The woman is trying to choose from 10 different color options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From lightest to darkest. Our second example, he's considering 2 options. We can see the man, he is considering which path to take. He has 2 different options. Our third example for the word option, we have the option to renew the contract at the end of the year. Our fourth example, the food court at the shopping center offers a variety of options for a quick lunch. We can see all the food options in the photo. Our next word is cargo. The definition of cargo is goods carried by a ship, plane, truck, etc. It could be carried by some other form of transportation. Our first example says the cargo is still on the ship. And we can see the cargo still on the ship, heading to its final destination. So we have a lot of cargo boxes on the ship. Our next example says he checked the cargo as it arrived. Our third example, things really get busy around here when a new shipment of cargo comes in. Our final example, after being retired from passenger service, the plane will be used for cargo. So that is the word cargo. Our next word is volunteer. The definition of volunteer is a person who does work but is not paid. Our first example says we need a few more volunteers for the school festival. And we can see in the photo all of the volunteers together. They are all excited and they are all in this together. Our next example says we need more volunteers who are willing to give blood. So in this example, this is about blood donation, giving blood at a medical clinic or a hospital, or a donation center even. Our next example says a lot of volunteers gathered at the disaster area to help the victims. And that is what we can see in the photo, a disaster site. a site where disaster has struck. Our next word is actually a phrase, in return. So basically, this behaves as a word. It has one meaning together, and we think about it as a word. And in English, we call this a phrase. The definition is as a way of thanking someone for something. Our example says, I sent her flowers in return for her help. Our final word is nanny, a person whose job involves taking care of someone's children. Our first example says, I'm getting back to work in May, so we'll have to hire a nanny to take care of the kids. Our next example says, the mayor was criticized for paying her nanny less than the minimum wage. So these are all of our vocabulary words. Option, cargo, volunteer, in return, nanny. If you would like to receive another example from me of a word, you can send me a comment in the comments section. And what I will do is I will use the word you're unsure of in an example. So for example, if you would like another example of the word cargo because you are not sure what it means, you can send me a comment on YouTube and I will reply back to you and I will use cargo in an example. So in addition to all of these examples, I will write my own example in a reply to you. All right, well, I hope you have a good day and I hope you enjoy studying English. I will see you very soon.